Boo!
With that being said, man, what do you got to go to another crawler story right now?
Yeah, I got another crawler story for this next one.
Cue up the music for you.
I haven't told this story much, and it still creeps me out to this day. When I was 12 years old, this was about 2013, my family moved to this old house built in the 1940s. No one has lived in this house in over 30 years. It was the first fall that we've had at the house at this time. I was taking trash out to our back porch, and from there I could see a tree line that's normally filled with greenery and hard to see through. But since it was fall, the leaves had almost all gone away. As I walk out to take trash, I took a look out at the tree line, and about 30 or 40 yards away, I could see 4 or 5 of these 7-foot-tall, pure white, humanoid, no-faced creatures. I stand there in awe, not knowing what to think. It honestly looks like they were talking with hand gestures, because I couldn't hear anything. Now that I think of it, I heard nothing at all. No birds or bugs or even the trees with the visibly moving branches. I screamed at them and said, "Hey!" To which the creatures became motionless, like statues. I proceeded to ask, "Who are you?" To which I stand there for a second afterwards, but the creatures then dispersed. Now I could see far into the woods, and they all went their separate way, not even hearing a leaf or twig crack when they fled. They ran off so quickly that it seemed like a blur. To be honest, after that, I completely forgot about the experience until later that night. As I said, I was young. At the time, my mom worked night shift and wasn't there for when I screamed at the creatures. I lived essentially on some farmland, but my neighbors could walk up my driveway in a matter of 2 or 3 minutes. So later that night, around 9 p.m., I heard knocking on my back door, the one which led to the porch where I took the trash out earlier. And I thought maybe my mom told the neighbors to check up on me, so I go to check it out. I go to the back door, turn the back porch light on, and no one was there. Casually, I chopped it up to maybe one of my dogs hitting the door or something around it. After that, the knocking kept coming from the door, and it was weird because every time I rounded the corner to look at the door, the knocking would stop. This happened a few more times, and every few minutes, ranging from when I turn my back to the door and walk away to one moment I get back in my bed, to 5 to 10 minutes or so. After an hour of this and increasing anxiety, I got fed up, went outside to scream, "I don't know who you are, but you better stop." To my surprise, it did for about 30 minutes. Then knocking came from all around the house, on the windows, doors, and walls from outside for another 30 minutes. I was scared, curled in the corner of my bed. After half an hour, there was one last bang beside my window that I felt like it shook the house. And I was shocked the window didn't explode. That was the end of it. Nothing for the rest of the 5 years I lived there. The shocking part was the outside was old, as I stated. It could honestly be broken in with a good swing to the exterior. But where that final bang was, there was no sign of any impact. Plus, this creature full force shake my house and leave no damage. I lived in Tennessee at the time. Side note, I have some friends that had also mentioned that they had encountered creatures like this in the area.
Casually throws that in at the end. He's had friends that...
So, very similar, this loud noise, banging, no visible impacts, no sign of the creature afterwards, or wherever they had done it. I had read some of the comments on this, and some of the people there, this was not posted in a group about crawlers or anything like that, but someone said, "This really sounds like a crawler story," and since you're in the area, it's been known to, the south and southeast is known for crawlers, as opposed to the southwest being known for skinwalkers. They were talking about how they could be in a crawler. And especially the size of the thing and the description. 7 feet tall, white, humanoid with blank or no face, as it were. Yeah, they definitely sounds the same. They said this is their behavior. If they see you and they know you're in an area, they seem to just pester you. Very strange creatures. from all described stories of them.
I know that we go to this a lot, but this is how I'd probably react.
Three. 1, 2, 3. Ah! I'm insane with anger! We're gonna beat your ass! We're gonna tear your head off! I'm losing my mind! It's time for an whooping! I cursed. I heard.
You know, if it happened over and over again like that, I probably would.
Yeah, eventually you'd get fed up with it.
As an adult. Now, as a 13-year-old kid, as in the story, not so much. Yeah, I would grab like a bat or something and I would do that. Yeah, like this story and the previous one both have so many similarities. Two different people posted years apart, no connection to each other. Sometimes I even will click on their profiles and I'll read through some of the stuff they talk about just to make sure that there's no connection when the stories are so similar. And yeah, I couldn't find anything. So these are, two different people, two different stories, very similar, both scary in their own right because of something weird. Especially the first one with the baby sound, but this one with the scene, actually seeing these creatures in the woods outside his house. I've always thought it would be terrifying to see something that didn't know you were there. Like it just happened to be in the area. Like these creatures were just out there doing whatever they were doing in those woods.
Yeah.
They weren't there because of him, and he saw them, him stumble upon them, right?
Right.
Nothing more terrifying than that, really, because what are they doing? Why are they out? Not here for me, but they could be up for something. And then to suddenly do this strange thing just to terrify him, torture him essentially for stumbling upon them, like vindictive. Almost, I guess it seems vindictive, right? This is a creature that feels angry that it was interrupted at this kid and decided to take out its anger on him by psychologically torturing him.
Jeff Townsend Media. CG, good night.
And the question is, do I stay here? Will you be back? Are you gonna come back? Will you be back? Are you coming back?